your thoughts on what to do now that we have this realization?
Right. Yes, it is true that monetary policy has lost much of its effectiveness and it's failing to kickstart growth. So maybe, and we know this from economic models, that when we are in a liquidity trap, i.e. when we have very low interest rates, possibly even negative, it's not monetary policy that will get us out of the doldrums, but it's fiscal policy. Okay, so now there's this idea of using helicopter money, right? And my contention is that we should make sure that the helicopter flies over the Ministry of Budget, and that money goes to do good financing of, say, infrastructure spending. So for me, the best way to ensure about that is to develop sovereign funds. For instance, there's much of a debate on this in Switzerland, and I think it's high time now for the central bank to create a sovereign fund, like Norway does, like many countries in Asia do. That it would be a much more efficient way of using the money which is being printed by central bank and make sure that it impacts the real economy.
Your opinion, please, on austerity, where in terms of some who propose you must raise taxes at the same time that you cut spending. Do you agree with that, and is there a flaw with that?
Yeah. I don't think austerity is the best way to get us out the debt problem. We saw what happened to Greece. The problem is that if you do austerity, what you're doing is you're trying to reduce the debt to GDP ratio by acting on the numerator, by cutting debt. And that is very painful. It's much more efficient to actually try to boost growth. So sustainable growth, so not create excessive credit, but as long as interest rates are below the economic growth rate, then the debt to GDP remains sustainable. This is why Japan, for instance, has been running a debt to GDP ratio way in excess of 200%. So I'm much more an advocate of trying to find good ways of provoking sustainable growth rather than doing austerity.